Okay, so let's dive in. It's still kind of hard to believe, isn't it? JPMorgan,
Yeah.
a real heavyweight in traditional finance,
Mm-hmm.
and now they're letting clients buy Bitcoin directly.
Yep. It's official. We're looking at their actual announcement here.
It feels less like a small step and more like, I don't know, a floodgate opening.
Absolutely. And you really have to put it in context. Remember Jamie Dimon, 2017.
Oh yeah, calling Bitcoin a fraud, very publicly.
Exactly. Not exactly mincing words there. So going from that to this,
Mhm.
it's a massive shift. It really tells you something's changed.
Right. So what has changed? Why the complete 180?
Yeah.
What's the story behind this?
Well, the big one seems to be client demand, just persistent, growing demand.
From who, though? Just younger investors?
Not just them, apparently. It's coming from, their high net worth clients, even some institutional folks. They want digital assets, and they expect JP Morgan to, well, provide access. Yeah, and it's not just the usual suspects. Seems even some more, let's say, conservative investors are looking at Bitcoin now, maybe as a hedge or something in this economy.
Huh. Okay, so it's more than just FOMO then.
Yeah.
More than just trying to keep up with competitors offering crypto.
Well, that's part of it, sure. You see Fidelity, you see BlackRock already in the space.
Right. Can't ignore that.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
But also, the conversation around Bitcoin itself, it's matured. It's stuck around, shown resilience.
It hasn't gone away like some predicted.
Exactly. And its adoption by other major players as legitimacy. It's getting harder to just dismiss it as, fringe. It's becoming part of the financial furniture, so to speak.
Okay, okay. So they see the writing on the wall. They need to be involved. Strategically, then, what are they hoping to achieve? What's the goal for JP Morgan here?
It's pretty clear, I think. They want a piece of the crypto market pie, which is, well, growing.
Makes sense.
They've got this huge existing client base, a trusted brand name, relatively speaking, in finance. So offering Bitcoin, but crucially, offering regulated access to Bitcoin.
Ah, right. The regulated part is key.
Yeah, that lets them tap into all that wealth they already manage and maybe pull in new clients who were maybe a bit nervous about using, say, newer crypto platforms.
So they're playing to their strengths, trust, regulation in a new market.
Precisely. And it makes their wealth management offering look more complete, more modern.
Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting for you listening in. What does this move, JP Morgan giving it the nod, mean for Bitcoin adoption more broadly?
Well, it could be pretty significant for a lot of potential investors, especially wealthier individuals or institutions. Having a name like JP Morgan involved, it
Yep.
lowers the perceived risk, right?
Yeah, it definitely adds a layer of comfort or security for some.
It does. That stamp of approval, even if implicit, from a massive regulated institution matters. It could really encourage other traditional finance firms who've been hesitant.
The domino effect.
Could be. You might see more institutional money flowing in, more integration into standard investment portfolios. It just makes Bitcoin more accessible, more normal.
So going from fraud to facilitator, that journey for a giant like JP Morgan, it really highlights how the mainstream financial world's view is shifting, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's a powerful signal, a real validation in a way.
It marks a big step towards maybe digital assets just being another part of the standard financial system.
I think so. Normalization seems like the right word.
So, something for you to think about. If a pillar of traditional finance like JP Morgan can pivot so dramatically on something they dismissed so strongly, what does that say about other long-held beliefs in finance? What other established ideas might be challenged as markets keep evolving? Definitely food for thought about where things might be heading.